everything set up, ready to go.
And the countdown is starting just now by Verxel. So we should be good to go in a few seconds.
So we should be seeing both runners about ready to set off, hopefully any moment now. Oh, we see Mikey going.
And
just waiting on Iona. And there, Iona.
Okay.
Oh, Mikey's camera going a little out of focus there. You will notice the difference in loads of Mikey being on the Xbox version. Significantly slower load speed.
Yeah, so Mikey will likely be losing RTA, but it doesn't matter for the race since we're continuing it in IGT. But so yeah, if you see Mikey being behind, it doesn't really mean anything unless you look at the timer. No?
Yeah, nothing really to panic about just because he's fallen behind in the race. Both having a clean boarding section as we see. As Iona approaches, I believe Iona is going to be attempting C skip. I don't expect we'll see an attempt from Mikey. There could be a big divergence here if she's able to hit. Getting those inputs in.
She won't.
Getting those inputs in a bit late, hitting the trick instead of the skip. We see runners basically converging at equal here as they go through the escape skipless now. Both moving through relatively clean. Again, a little hard to keep up with exactly where they are in terms of time throughout the stage because of Mikey's Xbox situation. But it does look fairly even. I think Mikey is a little bit ahead, maybe a second or two. Obviously his level did start a bit later with those loads. Keeping it nice and close together as they enter the rail section. Avoiding the disastrous pit there. And we'll see how both of these runners manage with the truck section. Both safely avoiding that EFMAR pit. We've only seen one death, I think, in that so far this tournament, which was the unfortunate one of Yanni in his first match.
And it wasn't ESMAR, but dying in the ESMAR pit.
See, clean truck section here from both players. Both of them getting a little off the goal ring as we see a 202 from Iona. And I think that's a sub 2 there from Mikey, a 159 it looks like. So his
159.14.
Too easy. Piece of cake.
So a very good start. 158, apologies.
So yeah, as you can see, Mikey will just update his timer as the run goes on between every stage.
And yeah, identical scores for the stage as well.
Oh.
Okay, bring it on.
So I know Iona goes, I believe both of these runners are going to be going for the back box strats in this fight. A little bit slower, but definitely more consistent. Not expecting any major mistake there from either runner.
I wonder if Omochao breaks the back box when you're trying to pull it after reset.
Hey guys.
It's a good question. I don't think I instantly learned the front box when I started speedrunning this game, much to my detriment because I used to mess it up a lot.
I don't even remember if I learned the back box first. This was terrible.
Iona getting very fortunate free piece there. And managing to actually grab it. I've seen runners in the past not even take notice of that piece's existence.
This is a very good set from Iona there.
Yeah, and Mikey getting one of the 2 yellow pings from the start here. In the higher one, not getting 10 fingers.
It's closer.
So not taking that hint. And he's getting the free piece between 2 statues. Great RNG for both of our runners.
Why is it pumping up already? Like, it's on White Canyon.
Yeah,
So Iona with the 23, Mikey coming through, getting what looks to be a 20.
And
unlucky. I think Mikey clipped through the back. I have never seen that happen before. So
this is a very
seconds.
interesting clip. This can happen. There's nothing much you can do, I believe.
Yeah, very.
Just you don't get to lose to fall really in that out of bounds.
Yes, so no
Just
major time
loss.
Mikey, they're using his timer for the fun. As Iona gets a very clean Eggman 1. So
Very
it's looking like
straightforward boss fight.
Iona probably be about 2 or 3 seconds ahead, leading Eggman 1. Probably would have been very, very even if Mikey had not, unfortunately, clipped through the back of that. I'm assuming the back of the box is there when he went down, pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think you clipped like between the box and the red thingy and the wall as well. That's why it's so rare, I guess. I don't know. Little science has been made.
Yeah, I think once it was proven not to be useful, I think it was taken off out of consideration for really caring about how it worked. I'm assuming you are correct though. As we see, both runners are making their way through Prison Lane. First real technical movement stage with the mech characters. Very easy to take a death or lose time from losing momentum. We see Iona in the 54 check. We're going to see roughly what pace Mikey will be on when he gets there too. Both these runners though having pretty clean moments so far. Nobody making any real errors, losing much time. All but Mikey, just as I say that, getting shot by that flyby beetle. And again, Iona unfortunately staying on the platform there when she gets shot. We have seen it before in this tournament where somebody gets shot by that beetle there and knocked back off the elevator. I believe that was another unfortunate Yanimatic one. We had a few of them.
There was so many kinematics.
But Iona hitting the second gate hop, so she'll be moving towards the end of the stage now. A pretty clean time. About a 142, 143.
I did it!
Yeah, high 142 there. Respectable.
So we'll see if Mikey can match that.
That was easy.
But as we're expecting, these two runners very, very even so far up to this point.
Ooh, this was scary from Mikey there. This is not something you want to do.
No, you don't want to get too close to that side on the left there. You can get caught in it and clipped out of bounds and just fall to your death. So, Mikey, running it a little risky there.
This is very unfortunate that you can't clip from the back on the bottom of the platform, just like you can in the earlier in the stage.
Yeah. So we see Mikey coming to the end now with a 150, so losing a bit of time there to Iona, who is making their way to the upgrade in Metal Harbor, the low 22. I think we'll see both runners trying to play the stage a little bit safe, not wanting to risk any deaths here. So, yeah, taking their time with some of the skips. When you win matches as tight as this, any major mistake can be disastrous, so I want to avoid them as much as possible, of course. We do see Iona going for the loop speed there, though, it looked like. So not taking it entirely safe.
Loop speed can very easily kill you in a pretty weird way.
Yeah, I've hit the back of that loop before and just thrown straight into the water on many occasions, so...
Yeah.
And getting onto the rocket nice and clean there, no major issues through it. Just hoping to avoid any deaths on the final loop skip. As you see Mikey collecting up the upgrade. They're making his way across towards the light dash.
And Iona should be able to finish Metal Harbor pretty safely if she doesn't die to the last loop skip, which can be a little tricky at some time, and there she goes. Yeah,
getting nice and high off that loop just to avoid any potential shenanigans. I see Mikey making his way quite nicely through Metal Harbor. Now we'll get into that final checkpoint. Be hoping not to mess up getting onto this rocket here. It does it very, very clean. It'd be quite easy to mess that up. Whether you go for the hover or the jump. Sometimes it doesn't want to let you get onto that spring. I think you saw it with Tommy in his race. In his showcase
quite a lot of time in yesterday, earlier that day, during the tourney, sadly.
I think you're the fake hedgehog around
here. We do see Iona now going through that fakey cutscene at 6:20. So we'll get a good comparison with Mikey, who is yet to die or reset, so his time will be accurate. I believe he comes in at 1:28, so it's going to be about a 5-second difference. So keeping very, very close together, entering into Green Forest. Oh, into Shadow 1, apologies. 13 from Iona, so maybe a couple of seconds here. Mikey can get back if he has a nice clean fight. You are looking for about an 11 in an ideal situation. So we see now the two cutscenes to play inside of this fight, dueling against each other.
What are you doing? Hurry and get back.
I believe Iona was ahead by like 4 seconds before Shadow 1. If my math are correct. I believe.
Yeah, it was about 4 or 5 seconds in that sort of region. So yeah, very, very close together. I think it was about 4. See if
Getting
Mike
a very
can
tight race.
see if Mike can get that down to about 2 seconds. He gets a clean fight here. So Mikey getting a 13 as well, so keeping about level there. That distance staying very, very similar. And as we see Iona making her way through Green Forest. Nothing too risky. Just playing her way through safely, avoiding getting thrown up. Avoiding the loop skip. I don't think she's gone for it in this tournament so far, playing it nice and safe. It's not an area you see runners dying very often, but it can be known that you don't quite get it right. You can fall a little bit short and get caught.
Green Forest is also known for being a pretty finicky stage. Basically everywhere.
Yeah, there's just a lot of awkward geometry in the stage that can just decide to kill you at a moment's notice, just throw you up in the air and straight into the water for no real reason. A lot of it out of your control. So hopefully both runners able to avoid that. So Iona making her way up the tree now. You are really seeing the difference in the loads between the two. Not a lot to separate them in terms of their actual pace, but Iona now coming towards bungee, or just completing bungee skip as Mikey goes through the first loop, or first loop you can skip. But both runners seem to be having a reasonably clean Green Forest so far, not a lot separating them. Very, very similar strats on show, so that's not going to be much to separate them either. So purely on their execution. So 145 from Iona, it's not bad at all. See Mike making his way over to the tree now to make a climb.
No problem.
Getting a nice light dash there. Not the full storage one, but faster than not going for one at all. We will see how Iona goes through Pumpkin Hill. She's been having some issues with some of her hunting.
There's no time to lose.
Not the biggest fan of hunting, so see if she hopefully gets a set she knows, at least pieces she knows. Ooh, getting double containers. Yeah.
And then resetting it right on the rocket.
Understandable reset there, getting double containers. It is a 1 in 3, can be on any of the mountains. Getting the non-favourable one there, the one you want is probably the one on the ghost frame.
Yeah, and by the point she was, she could... if the piece was ghost trained, she would have been able to radar read if it was ghost trained or not.
Oh, and I know because of that reset now, getting a piece outside of the 1024. I don't know how well she knows it. Doesn't look like she knows it that well. It was just floating in front of her, down in sort of the middle of the stage. But it's a very, very good set if she can find out what this third piece is. This is definitely opening the door a bit here for Mikey.
This is very unfortunate for Iona.
Mikey having the green ping, so very good first piece here for Mikey. So Iona really struggling to find out what this piece is. But into Scarecrow's house, so not the worst piece to here for Mikey. As Iona does now get the radar read, so she knows roughly where the piece is now. Mikey going a little bit low here for Scarecrow's house.
It's closer. I found him.
And getting out for 123, so not the best. But yeah, unfortunate in that Iona getting a piece that she just doesn't know. Again, you don't really see that piece at all in the Pumpkin Hill story style. Obviously, Mikey does know his third piece location, so probably looking to take the lead here is Mikey. He's a bit close to that tombstone, Mikey. There you go.
Yeah.
He does get his piece. With a 102, he has now closed that gap, and I believe is ahead. As our runners enter into Mission Street.
$9.24. Did you note where Iona was?
Iona was
20 seconds ago, so
yeah, 9:50 she was on.
yeah. So Mikey's definitely ahead by now.
Yeah, 34-second advantage now for Mikey.
And
So
Iona going for white hop and getting it first try.
Clean weight hop for Iona. I don't think we'll see either of these runners attempting zero cycle. They're probably going for half or first cycle if they have a clean stage movement. Very easy to make mistakes though towards the end of these cycles. We can see a potential, I don't want to call it, I'm not even going to name it, a risk of cursing one of these runners. We'll just wait and see what happens. I think that's probably the safest way to play this.
This part of the stage doesn't have a name. Oh, and okay.
So Mikey there not getting the clean start, so unable to attempt even the weight hop. Realising when that bridge does drop, you can't even go for it.
There is actually a backup strat to go for it if the bridge has fallen. It is very deep.
I don't expect to see that taken from pretty much anyone outside the top few runners. It is a very awkward strat to get.
I'm just aware of it, but I wouldn't be able to go for it if I didn't learn it.
Yeah, I can certainly say that I've never learnt it. So see Iona taking half cycle. So she'll be looking coming in maybe about 2:15, 2:16 here. We'll see what Mike can manage after missing that weight hop. It looks like the rest of the stage has gone fairly well, so should hopefully be looking at maybe getting a first cycle there. Ooh, he's catching himself for that missed pause hover. But he will be hitting first cycle.
Hitting the balloon here while you're airborne basically stops all your momentum for some reason, which completely denied him from going for the back time with his first hop.
That was a little tough.
We do see Mikey avoiding to take the hover across as Iona comes out with a 2:15. So Iona definitely saving some time here. A couple of seconds with the half cycle over first cycle. And then we'll see what Mikey comes through at the end. But this race closing back up again, with Mikey losing a little bit of time here.
But we're entering another RNG stage and looks like Iona's gonna get a free piece in Aquatic Mine, sorry. The one being the... I don't remember his name. It's the one... the fan that's the other from the spawn.
Yeah, the furthest three fans. He does go get it. And a decent looking piece one as well, down at the bottom of the main pillar. Shouldn't have too much trouble finding this one. You see Mikey getting 2:27, so 12 seconds or so lost by Mikey there. Bringing this down to about a 10-second deficit. And unfortunately here getting a ghost through piece 3. But it does look to be a piece that she knows.
Oh, she doesn't know how to do sand clips, I believe.
Maybe just playing it safe. Obviously, if you mess up the sign clip, you can just sort of fall endlessly in the stage. There is no kill plane out of bounds. So at 47, not too bad for Iona. Gives Mikey just over a minute to get out of the stage and be ahead. Mikey needing to take the reset there. So I believe that was 0.85 seconds. So I can note it down.
I couldn't see, to be fair, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's 0.85. I don't know if someone in chat wants to correct me if I am wrong.
It must be over there. Let's go.
Mikey getting a pretty good.
Not this fence.
Yeah, the skull fence getting the higher one. You can't just grab punching the bottom one. But still pretty good set here for Mikey, getting a 31 seconds, so increasing his advantage there. It's probably around about 30 seconds now.
I don't think so, since Iona gained a little bit of time through a mission street. Mikey had like a 220 something, and Iona 215.
I think just doing the quick maths there, I think it is probably about 30 seconds there. If you just quickly did the maths there, I think Iona entered the stage at 12:52. See, I think she lost quite a bit of time there, about 15 seconds or so through Aquatic Mine. So we'll see how the Route 101s go for them both here. I think Mikey is known for his kart racing after the beginner kart racing IL competition, but he said that hindered his ability to do Route 101. I got a bit too used to those shadow mechanics.
Tails, did you find
So we'll see if that has paid any impact.
Almost, Sonic.
I'd expect probably comfortable 216 to 220 sort of region from both of these. Oh, Iona there, I think clipping that black car, so losing a bit of time. And the blue car, so making a couple of mistakes here. Maybe giving a chance for Mikey just to increase that lead a little bit.
Well, hopefully, if he doesn't hit any car.
We did also see Mikey go for the backwards driving in his first race. I think his hopes of winning this one, I think, are personally a little bit higher for him, so I don't think he's going to be taking the risk in this one. Knowing that it is potentially a decider whether or not he'll be continuing this competition. So we see Iona here coming towards the end of Route 101. Looking to be about, I think, a low 218 there. So maybe a chance for Mikey to gain a few extra seconds. Oh, but clipping that black car.
Did he hit it?
Oh, very narrowly avoiding a spin out there from Mikey. So maybe not quite gaining any time here as we enter into the desert section of the race. See Mikey now taking the final few corners as Iona loads into Hidden Base. I'm pretty sure we'll see a Wagama corner coming up from Iona. That seems to be a go-to strat for this early stage. Oh, missing a pause hover.
Very unfortunate.
It's only a short death, less than 9 seconds, but it could have been a lot worse. But just a little bit more time adding up to that potential Mikey lead. I seem to get a little bit disorientated there, but just about making Wagama corner. As we see Mikey now just getting his extra kart racing tracks unlocked and getting ready to enter the Hidden Base himself. We'll be hoping for a clean Hidden Bases from both these runners now. Iona not even attempting the pause hover there and just going wide. It can be quite sensible if you don't trust your pause hovers. Quite a tight one to make. It can very easily just get a little bit short and get dragged down into the sand.
Also, this stage being very heavy in terms of pause hover, it can make your fingers go very weak pretty quickly. That's understandable that you prefer to not go for all of them, if possible.
See Mikey now getting axle jump at third attempt, it looked like. So some of that deficit Iona losing from the death being wiped out a little bit by the mistakes. But Iona, despite that death, has had a pretty clean Hidden Base for the rest of the stage as we move into the final few moments of it. Mikey moving into the second half of the stage himself. Iona opting not to go for any of the early lock-ons down to the bombs. Not the riskiest strat in the world, but has been known that trying to get them, you can lose your bearings.
Definitely died here by hitting the
I did it!
wall.
Yeah, trying to get those lock-ons, sometimes you just sort of clip that wall, and SA2 does love to drag down these mech characters every time they touch a wall.
That was easy.
Mikey there, saying hi to the enemy, the extra enemy that does appear in the Xbox version for him. Very used to it now, getting out of the way of it. Yeah, 17-17 for Iona now entering into Period K. We'll check exactly what Mikey is when he gets there. The last couple of pause hovers looking quite clean. Gonna go deathless through his hidden base by the look of it. Again, getting one of the early lock-ons to the bombs there, but not going for the other ones. Playing it nice and safe. As you see, Iona making her way towards the very favourable bounce bracelet. One of the best additions you can get as Sonic.
It is a little bit broken.
Yeah, it's
Oh, this was very close. Wow.
Yeah, so Iona barely saving herself from death there. I think given the option, definitely preferring to take that little bit of time loss.
Yeah.
And missing the first, not getting quite enough height off that first bounce, so taking the key, very sensible there. But yeah, Mikey, 16:44 as he entered, so that's 33 seconds on the timers. He did have a 0.85 reset in Aquatic Mine, so it's close to 32.
And then
Still very, very
the second door creep first try. Seems like.
Yeah, it can be very
good at as well.
Yeah, I think Mikey will follow up. It can be a very tricky door to get through. It's a very precise one. But knowing that if you miss it the first time, it can be very, very difficult to get it that second try. Maybe just might be a placebo effect from runners getting a little bit tilted. But
yeah, I was about to say that it was very nerve-wracking to miss it even once. So
see Mikey, they're very clean over that first door. So Iona getting dropped into that pit, but getting out nice and clean, nice and easy. Mikey also getting the second door clip first try. Set himself up nice and slowly, got it. Much preferable to get it that first try, even if it's a little bit slower to set up. Iona now coming towards the end, looking like a 210, maybe high. Yeah, mid 210 for Iona. So we'll see what Mikey can answer that. Oof, he's quick to get through those doors.
yeah, and none of our runners choosing to go for snake skip tonight. So
again, very understandable. Wanted to play it safe as possible. Some people just don't feel comfortable with the skip. You don't save too much time by doing it. Mikey also falling into that pit and getting grabbed by the ghost.
He ghosted and
needs to grab the ring. As Iona gets her first piece in, getting embarrassing play, so 4-piece. Interesting if she goes for death straps. It is a very possible one. It is on the far side of 4, so it does have somewhat favourable death straps over some of the near ones.
And Mikey finishing Pyramid Cave with a 152, so
Mikey,
I believe 22 seconds faster than Iona. So he's gonna dig the gap even.
Iona getting Ghost Protects the Goddess. Opting not to death strap, embarrassing place. See if she makes the same mistake I did earlier in my run where I went for blue. This is a red-blue piece. Actually taking the third hint, just confirming that for herself. Understandable if you're not the most confident hunter in the world. Mikey resetting Golden Goddess, 50-50 piece. Understandable. Looks to be a 2.8, I think, second reset.
Iceberg Doubt. Resetting again.
And another
It's
2.8
green
so I
piece.
think.
Very bad first piece to get.
It's over.
So Iona grabbing a third piece. I didn't see quite what happened there. I was putting Mikey's times in, but she managed to grab a third piece. I don't know if she got dogs on patrol or something there. And now resetting, dying for a second piece, getting the second piece, Beauty and the Beast. So Iona will get out of Death Chamber as Mikey takes a death there after his piece.
Rusted keys. First try. Test strat, I believe. It was first try, right?
Yes, I believe that was about a 2.5 second death for Mikey again. Not quite catching the exact timing on that one. He promised me he was going to avoid as many deaths as possible to make my job a bit easier, but obviously not living up to those promises in this one, understandably.
What the?
He now makes his way up to the third piece.
Ghost?
Obviously, just how his Death Chamber does compare. I think it may have been a little bit faster than Iona's, maybe just stretching that lead a little bit more, but he does still have to grab this third piece. But there he goes, getting it, the only one looking down. Iona here. She starts her attacks on King Boom Boo. I want to hit all 4 of these hits in this first cycle. Very, very slow to miss one of these hits. But it's faster to reset than go for the 4th hit on its own. That's how slow the cycle around is. She does manage all 4 hits nice and clean.
Yeah, King Bamboo and Low Health really do be sending you a lot of fireballs and doing a lot of stuff. So it's pretty slow to take it.
So Mikey now attempting to go for his KBB as Iona enters into Egg Golem. I think we'll see both
It's rookie box from it's rookie boss that Egg Golem. And Iona choosing not to go for... Okay, never mind. She's choosing to go for some bounces. Or destroy to go for it.
I think one of those platforms are still forming at the back, so you're going to go for at least one super bounce. Can be risky, you can sort of mess it up and throw it into the sand. But
yeah.
Playing it safe and casually throughout this. Very understandable. It's very easy to make some mistakes in Egg Golem. I think both runners will be using the same strats through these 2 fights. So you might keep ending his Boom Boom now. Oh, Iona getting clipped by the hitbox of the fist there. So missing a hits from the headbutt. Egg Golem is going to follow round. So does get a second attempt. And bouncing off the edge, getting a little too close. This is not what she needs. She is currently behind Mikey, so she's going to be hoping for Mikey to making some similar mistakes here. Just land on the back now, going for the fifth final hit. Apologies. Mikey, though, maybe getting around on the back a little bit too quick here. He does wait long enough. So these platforms at the back, if you sort of jump towards Egg Golem and the second one hasn't started coming out, it will stay inside. You need to sort of wait for it to start moving before you jump onto his back. Then they will stay there if they're still on their way out when you first land.
This is very weird to do for the first time, because like you actually have to go slow to go faster.
Yeah,
it can be
definitely.
pretty
Counterintuitive, yeah. Sometimes. But Mikey, not quite managing to land on the arm. But a nice spin dash jump over there, coming up for his 5th hit. And we'll be saving a little bit of time here on Iona again. Iona now getting ready to line up for her first Bofa, choosing to ignore the first attempt and take the checkpoint and go for second attempt. I'd imagine this is purely for consistency's sake. And very unlucky.
and missing it.
Can happen sometimes. That box just won't throw you straight out of bounds. You get sort of trapped into it. Very unfortunate. See if she can get it on this attempt. Does get out of bounds this time. So second attempt, second try. But maybe a chance for Mikey here to get a little bit more. Oh, Mikey get hit by the enemy. So being told the death from Mikey was 3.6. He did also have 2 resets. Drum. I don't think you've caught those 2.
And Mikey missing first try buffer as well, so she will be going for a death instead and trying to go for a second try, which is very much easier than the first try. And we'll see if he will get it. And it looks like he won't, so
yeah, he did
try to go for a third try as Iona. Hopefully things can change now. And missing its third try. This is very tragic for Mikey.
Very unfortunate for Mikey right now. Quite a bit of time on these attempts. Missing it again. Mikey fanbase in shambles right now. He needs to. It's really closing this gap up. They had 2 Iona.
Let's just hope it won't be deciding for this race and finally getting it at the 5th try, I believe.
Yeah, I believe he's taken 5 deaths. Yeah, 4 deaths. Sorry, in a Tunnel Engine. I think I've been doing very small, just like guesses there. I think he's lost about 36 seconds there in those deaths, roughly. So in that 35 to 40 second region.
Oh, it's true. You have to retime all those deaths.
Yeah. Oh, Iona getting in front of the shortcut rock. He could be seeing an IL set here. Is it going to be the right side or left side?
It's closer.
It is the right side. It's with 4 deaths in EE drum. So Iona getting the IL first piece. We'll see. Does it ping? No ping, so will not be the IL set here.
Sadly, it can still be a very good set though.
So
2
2 against
against
1. So this is on the other side of the map. She does seem to know where it is. As Mikey does clip back into bounds, and both players did here. Playing it nice and safe. Not wanting to risk another death at the back there. And I
Moving
know
around the Axe huge storage area. This is a very good set.
She was a bit low though, so having to go back up with the missile. So unfortunately losing quite a bit of time from execution here, but a very, very good set.
It's closer.
She can now find the piece, she knows where it is, and does grab it. Yeah, great set for Iona. So this race now definitely looking very, very close.
Yeah, this is perfect.
See what RNG has in store for Mikey here. As Iona going into the Rouge fight.
Your emerald, talking to you is a waste of time.
I wonder what the IL set is for Xbox, the 124.
That's a good question. I don't know if so I know all the different consoles do have different 1024s. I'm not sure if the IL set that we use for the PC version does exist in the Xbox version. Mikey, they're getting the 3-piece.
Oh, getting the 3-piece! Let's go!
So Mikey there was doing a very, very intelligent 3-piece check. So that combined with his piece 1 looking very good. And in front of the big dilemma was very, very good piece 2 as well with that 3-piece. So Mikey here
getting very good sets in Meteor Herd here.
Mikey with a fantastic set and good execution with a 34-second Meteor Herd. So making up for some of that time he lost with those Bofa fails. And I believe Iona there is taking a death in Rouge. I think the Mikey RNG got a little excited there, but she does get through, I think, second try.
Away from my emerald.
Mikey is so much ahead right now. It's gonna be very difficult for Iona to catch up on Mikey right now, but everything is still possible as CGSS is coming, and hopefully, and obviously, Far and Shadow.
I do think we need to add about 45 seconds or so to Mikey's time for the deaths and resets he's had, as a rough estimate. Still plenty of places that can go wrong though. I think Mikey goes for the skipless Crazy Gadget, and Iona, who does attempt CGSS and has had fairly good success rate throughout this tournament. So this could be a very good chance for any gap that has formed to be closed right back up. So we're still looking at a potentially very, very close race here.
Is Mikey on pace? This would be the second time in this tourney. And Iona getting CGSS first try. Let's fucking go.
Iona does typically land here on the top, so don't be worried. This is what she does. And does get it first try. So this could potentially be a massive time save over Mikey, who I do believe is going to go for skipless. So we're probably looking maybe potentially about a minute 30, minute 20 here, depending on how good Mikey's Crazy Gadget is. We did see some skipless earlier today in the Tommy versus Traitor race, coming in very much under sub 2. But I don't know how Mikey's going to get through it. Yeah, as we see they're taking the middle switch, are definitely taking skipless route. They're failing to get the minute by Eggman. Does still get the hit off the capsule. Still in very good position in this fight.
Will he hit again?
Needs that final hit. Getting that final hit. Just avoiding death there. So
And
yeah, this
finishing
race,
over the 17, which isn't bad considering she basically missed the strat for this boss.
yeah, I'm interested to see when we do get these So I'm just waiting to see when we do these retimes come in a moment for Mikey's Eternal Engine, to see just how close these two will be entering Final Rush. Iona seems to be entering about 28-10, but taking that death there. At this point, these deaths here, even these small ones, could be very, very decisive. I do believe Iona does go for bounceless FR, so don't be worried, folks, when you do see the bounceless attempted. It is intentional.
This is all part of the plan.
See Mikey now coming up to puzzle skip. Iona taking another death there, I think losing gravity.
Very unfortunate.
I know Mikey, someone who's very, very proud of his FR times. So we'll just have to see just how tight this is going to be. Mikey, they're getting the 2:04, so his time will jump up to a 26:31 on the clock. So probably about a 27:15.
And missing the rail here just barely, and hesitating whether to restart or not.
I know, realizing this is IGT, maybe taking a moment to compose herself in the pause menu before going again. This is the pressure of being in this race situation. It can get to you.
IGT abuse, lol.
This is sometimes the disadvantage of going for the bouncer strat. It might look a little bit... I'm going for bounce this time. So,
is
avoiding
this the first time of this tourney that... Oh, and losing the gravity. Was it planned to go for a bounce version?
I think they're
Or
with
was
us
it just a misclick?
I think having been struggling with the bounce version the last couple of attempts, I think she may have gone for the bounce version there. Maybe I have a little bit of frustration, but missing the rail again.
Taking another death. This is very, very, very hard for Iona to catch up on Mikey right now.
So it's 46.66 Mikey took in Eternal Engine, those deaths. So about the 45 seconds or so I think it was. Yeah, Iona definitely looking in trouble here. Mikey, again, as I said, very, very proud of his final rush ability. So this might be his opportunity now just to take this, to race away from her.
And there she goes, Iona.
Yeah,
Time to go for the bounceless version of FR skip.
I think those are everything you've got there, Drum, in terms of the Mikey deaths. So that's what?
He didn't reset in Meteor Her, right?
No, he didn't know. Oh, Iona taking the death, hitting the kill plane. So Mikey with 56.68 currently to add on to his
This must
timer.
be very tilting right now for Iona.
So I'm not
difficult.
I know Mikey PB'd earlier in this tournament. I want to see what time he got in his race earlier. I think it might have been a 29.35 he had, which is his current PB. It looks to me like he is on PB pace here. So very confident in his final rush. He'll be looking, hopefully at 121 is what he'd be hoping for. Opting to
looks like
take
he's
the home
winning.
into it. So Mikey getting a below 122. Very, very clean from Mikey. Iona there, sat in FR, understandably, I think, a bit frustrated.
Like he's being so much ahead of his PB right now.
Yeah, so Mikey with the, I think it's 56.68 to add on to his timer. So it puts him at about 29.06 at the moment, 29.06.58 I think. So he does have, well, about 29 seconds to play to come into Shadow 2 here for the PB. And that would be his second PB of the tournament. No, it's 56 drywall because you're missing the aquatic mine and death chamber.
Oh, and Mikey seems to have a little bit of trouble with Shadow 2. Let's hope he can steal PB after that. Getting the second hit, getting the third hit, getting the fourth hit,
So Mikey there
and getting the
finishing
fifth
off.
hit, finishing with a 29 Shadow 2.
So yeah, it's be a mid 29 here for Mikey, I think. So very, very good from Mikey, taking the victory. Iona there finishing up the final rush. But yeah, Mikey may be overcoming the odds a little bit here and getting that upset victory. And that looks like it will be enough to put him into the loser pools. He does have one match still to go with Deku. But I think both racers in his bracket now. Yeah, Iona with the 1 victory and the 4 losses. Melter's going 0-5. So Mikey is confirmed through. Still 2 races to go. So Mikey potentially with the upset on. If Mikey gets these 2 victories, he could potentially even knock out Yanimax or Deku into the lower bracket. Oh, was it 46 total? I thought it was 56 total. That might have been my misunderstanding.
And it looks like Mikey beat back 2 seconds according to Drum Basher. It's a 25.75 comparing to his previous PB, which was a 29.27.32. So huge GG to him.
So yeah, massive congratulations there to Mikey. I believe this is the second time I've commentated for Mikey and the second time he's PB'd, so he might want me on his VC a bit more often in his races.
Let's get on the Deku versus Mikey match. Come on, you can do it. For the sake of Mikey.
I know Deku's been in a fantastic form, but it does take one bad race. You never know what could happen. Mikey, as he's saying, clearly improving as this tournament goes on now. There's a second sub 30 of the tournament. As we see Iona now trying to close out her run against Shadow 2. Taking the third and finishing off with a 32.53. So congratulations to Iona, who is unfortunately eliminated in this tournament. But a good showing nonetheless.
Congratulations on Iona for her.
Sonic, I did it.
Yeah, that was a race that very much had us on our edge of the seats for a long time there. It was obviously the Mikey timing format obviously keeps everyone a little bit more excited. You don't quite know where these runners are in comparison to each other if he's taking deaths and resets. So yeah, very exciting race. Just very unfortunate for Iona there, struggling to get that final rush. We didn't see how close it would have been had it been first try. But that does conclude us for today. We are about 10 minutes away from our next race, which will be looking like Jazz's first race of the tournament. So we're looking at Bloog versus Jazz. I think it might be Bloog's as well. Yeah, so we're looking at our first dip into Group E, where we're seeing Bloog versus Jazz. It will be Yarasu here, continuing on commentary, joined by the ever-energetic and lovable Tethys. So good luck to both of our runners in that one and to our 2 commentators. And that, as we are scheduled to be the end of my stints for today, assuming we don't have any other issues, I need to jump in